Every business has a firewall. So why are some businesses more susceptible to viruses and malware than other businesses? Well, it starts with the firewall. Hi, my name is Jesse Castro, and I am America's favorite cybersecurity expert, and I have over 20 years in the IT industry. Today I'm going to talk about two different firewalls. We're going to talk about the traditional firewall, and we'll talk about the next generation firewall. The traditional firewall works like this. It uses what we call port and packet inspection across the network to determine whether something should be blocked or something should be allowed to go through. I'll give you a really easy example. So port 25 is a static port that is typically used for email. And when you send an email on your firewall, if you open up port 25, that means you're allowing that to come through. So when somebody sends an email to you, it comes through port 25 on your firewall, which you allowed, and then it goes to the PC or the proper destination. That's how a traditional firewall works. Now, there are several different things that a next generation firewall has that the traditional firewall does not. I'm going to give you three of those things. So the first thing is the application awareness. Now, application awareness doesn't work off of port or protocol. It works off of the application. And it's really, really good because let's say you want to allow Facebook, but you don't want to allow some of the stuff that comes along with Facebook, like the Candy Crush game. You can block that out. And it doesn't use port or protocol, it's using the application. That's what application awareness is. And then the next one is threat protection. Threat protection is really important, and I'll go back to the traditional firewall because when you get an email from somebody, if that email has a virus in it, you're not blocking that coming through on a traditional firewall because you have to have the email. So you keep port 25 open, it goes through to the next destination or to whatever PC has requested that. And if the antivirus on that PC isn't up to date, you're probably going to get attacked. So in a next generation firewall, we have what we call DPI, or deep packet inspection. So when that same email comes in, it gets inspected first. And then it can tell whether or not there's bad code in there. And if there's some bad code inside of that email, it'll block it. It won't let it go through. And so the last thing I want to talk about is the streamlined infrastructure inside a next generation firewall. All these things are built in. In order to have something like this happen with a standard traditional firewall, you have to have separate hardware components. And they'd all have to work together. So it gets kind of costly that way. So if you are getting attacked or you feel like you're getting attacked more often than you should, chances are you have a traditional firewall. If this was helpful, just say yes below or click the link below and tell us what you think. And if you have any questions at all, go ahead and put them down below as well, and I will answer them just as soon as I can. Thanks.